Blessed Sabbath, everyone. Welcome to BSM TV. We'd like to welcome you to yet another discussion here as we are honoring the Sabbath, honoring the Lord for this gracious day that He has given us. And on this divine service, we want to look at a very important topic. But before we go in there, we would like to welcome Elder Mashiri. Blessed Sabbath and welcome after the Feast of Pentecost.
Blessed Sabbath, Pastor, and blessed Sabbath, all viewers and listeners. And yes, we are back from the Pentecost and we're still alive.
Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. So, yes, the pilgrimage continues, and maybe you can give us the few gleanings from the promised land. I know the 10 spies were sent and they came back with the fruit. What is the fruit that you brought us from the land of promise?
Yeah, it's true. The only fruit was that the word was talking about different churches. And there were 3 churches actually that we were studying up. We had to learn about. One, the Church of the Philippines. It's found in the Bible, in the book of Philippians. And then the Church of the Galatians and the Church of the Corinthians, all with different, images.
Yes.
So you can see the world has got several churches. I don't know where they belong to these 3 churches. Though we didn't finish other churches like Church of Thessalonica is another one. And the Bereans, there are different churches in the New Testament. But the one I emulated most was the Church of the Philippians.
Right.
It was composed of people who had love.
Amen. Amen.
The people who were givers.
Yes.
The people who were liberal.
Yes.
So they were said to be the crown of Paul's ministry.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Paul calls them, you are my love, you are my lovely crown.
Yes.
But because of their acts of mercy, there were people who God was happy with.
Amen.
And then we have the Church of the Galatians. Oh, they are worse off. In other words, that Paul called them foolish Galatians. Because Paul was a feast keeper. He has taught them about the feast.
Right.
And then he comes back, he finds they've even now adopted other days of reverence. And he says, you have turned to beggarly elements.
Right.
That you observe days, months, years, all these days. And it was clear that the days that he's talking about are not the festival, because he could not, indicate the festival because he was a feast keeper.
Yes.
That's why you saw him going from Ephesus back to Jerusalem to keep the Pentecost, to keep the Passover. So now this new church of the Gentiles had now stopped the festivals and adopted other days which are not found in the Bible. Right. And that's what we find, in churches. Find they adopt days that are not in the Bible. They will tell you all sorts of names. Youth Day, Mothers, Fathers, all those sort of names, which are not found in the Bible. And Paul simply calls them beggarly elements.
Yes.
And then he addresses them, you foolish Galatians, who has bewitched you? It was really lovely to understand about the differences of these 2 churches. And then the Church of the Corinthians, of course. When you study these churches, you'll find they are all following whoever is leading them.
Yes.
If the leader is lax, they get into laxness. If the leader is firm, the leader is strict on principles, they are all strict. So it was really interesting to learn about these churches. And We had a beautiful Feast of Pentecost.
Amen. 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 Wonderful. So thank you for that. And today we want to continue, and we are going to learn about the church in prophecy. This is a wonderful topic, and I know when the third angel's message started, it was based on prophecy.
Yeah.
And maybe the question that we have today is, whatever we are doing, is it in line with the prophecies that God has set for us, or is it something that we just pick up and run around like headless chicken? So I would take this opportunity, Elder, to let you start on this lesson, especially answering the question, where are we in relation to the prophecies of our time?
Thank you very much. It's very interesting to have this topic. And because there are some people who don't even know where we are coming from and where we are going. When you have studies with other people, you find they were taught something quite different from the Bible. For instance, if you go to early writings,
Yes,
early writing, page 256, second paragraph,
yes.
you find that even at the beginning of the prophets of William Miller, they were following angels' messages. So let's read it, and you find on the second paragraph there, you find now after the disappointment, and you would see people, there are some running as headless chickens, they don't know, especially in the unfolding of another angel to another angel. That's why you have disaster. As
Yes,
if you find some people want to be stagnant on the same angel, while the scroll is moving to another angel.
right, right,
What do I
right.
want to mean? I mean, just as it is now, we are stuck. I mean, some people are stuck on the third,
Right.
while some went to the fourth, and some others went to the fifth. But you find each angel's message, there are people who remain stuck on it and do not want to proceed with reformation. So that's why we are reading in early writing 256 to see what is it that God follows? Why did he ever put the angels' messages on Revelation 14 to proceed with it? So it was to make a prophetic line.
Amen. Amen.
And the prophetic line is also composed of of messengers, which we call prophets. So if you are stuck on William Miller, it means we won't recognize Sister White. And if you are stuck with Sister White, you can't recognize Viti Hotef or Ben Roden or Sister Roden. All those who followed, you can't recognize them because you are stuck.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
if we know that he follows a prophetic chain and it's all in the Bible, then we will be very fortunate to keep pace with the light.
Amen. 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 So 256, paragraph 2, it says, many who embraced the third angel's message had not an experience in the two former messages.
And you see there, Pastor, it
Right.
means when the third angel message came, there were two already which had passed.
Oh, yes.
So even those who were embracing the third angel, and even now, you talk